finals last November. Antron's warming it up. His final is coming up.
Antron sits in that car. The crew goes over and checks everything, checks ignition timing, make sure that's all right, and make sure all the cylinders fire. They'll check all the fuel pressures and cylinder temperatures, and then see the clutch and get ready to go up for the final round against Tony Schumacher.
Coming up right after this final pair, the semifinals of Pro Stock.
Well, just like Greg Anderson and Roger Brockman before them, this is a tough race for Greg Stanfield. The performance advantage is over for Jason Line by a big amount. This kid right here, Greg Stanfield, remember, he was 001 last round. And that's not a fluke. I mean, he could do that more often than not, probably more than any other driver. So we know he's going to try to push the tree. He's going to hope he doesn't get a red light, but he knows he's got to get some kind of advantage over Jason Line if he wants to get the win if Jason makes a clean run.
Oh, he's got to push the tree and then some.
Jason knows it, and Jason needs to go up there and just hit an 030 light, try not to get more than 2 or 3 hundredths of a second. He's got a pretty good shot at getting around him as long as the car runs like it has been. Still got the advantage.
But it's Jason, a 655, 211. He'll face that guy. Greg Anderson in the finals. Look at it. In every final, it's a team matchup. Funny car, top fuel, Pro Stock, now with the KB cars in there. It's all teams. Gary Gerald.
Well, here's one half of the KB racing team, or actually 1/3. I can't forget about Ronnie Humphrey in here. But Greg Anderson, you're going against Jason Line now in the final at a racetrack where you've said openly you've struggled, haven't been able to put your hand on it. So you're going to the final. Are you confident?
Well, I was until he just made that run. Obviously, I need to have a talk with my car tuner. You know who that is over there. He maybe went the wrong way with mine. He had maybe about 400ths on that run. I'm going to need something better for the final to race him. But either way, I'm loving the desert right now. I haven't been able to say that for a long time, but I am loving it right now. We've got 2 cars in the final. They can't get any better than that. So we're going to have a little bit of fun.
So what are you going to tune this guy's car to for the final, Jason?
1420, about 80 miles an hour or so, something like that.
And the water is quiet.
The 2 summer cars finally beat the desert. So we struggled here in the past, and you know, the goal for the year, of course, is always do better at the place that you haven't done well before. So it feels really good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Those 2 guys, the Summit Racing drivers, Greg Anderson and Jason Line, are going to face one another in the Pro Stock final. From here at the Arizona Nationals, lane choice goes to Jason.
And back at Antron Brown's pit as it gets ready for that final matchup against his teammate Tony Schumacher. Talked to his crew chief Brian Karate. He said this last run, they put a hole out 1.8 seconds into the run. They're working on fixing that. He says if they fix that, they should be able to give Schumacher and company a run for the money.
We are down to the finals now, coming up. The finals where every matchup is an intra-team rivalry. Tony Schumacher tries in a 24-race drought. Robert Height, Mike Ness. Neither one of them has won here. And Greg Anderson is going to try to go back-to-back. Finals are next. Another look at Morgan Lucas's huge fire earlier. It's time for the finals. Already Antron Brown heads out to the staging lanes, see if he can get a second win here in Phoenix. And right now it's time for our full throttle, hard-working crew.
We're going to start you out with hot fuel and the Army team of Tony Schumacher. Crew chief Mike Green and Neil Stroudsburg did a fantastic job to give Tony a consistent and a fast race car to reach his 111th final round. Then in funny car, Mike Neff in that Capital GTX car worked hard to run that 409 in the bad lane and make it to a second straight final round this season. And Pro Stock is the KB Racing team. Both drivers, Jason Line and Greg Anderson, made it to the final round for the 19th time in their career. First time since U.S. Nationals last season. Good job by all 3 of our teams.
And speaking of those Summit Racing cars, the KB team is on the line for the final. Last time KB was in But least we forget, Jason Line is the defending Pro Stock champion of the Full Throttle Drag Racing Series. And he tunes Greg's car. How does that work out? That guy.
Well, we looked into the research books. We even called Bob Fry for a consult. We've never had all team finals in all three classes. But Mike, the team final goes back to Gainesville, 1970. Leonard Hughes, Larry Reyes, and the Canadian Used Cars.
I remember that final. In fact, Roland Young was tuning one of the Canadian Used Cars driven by Larry Reyes, and Leonard Hughes was able to take that win. But right now with Jason Line and Greg Anderson on the starting line, this is a good matchup. Jason and Greg were pretty much side by side in the first two rounds, and then Jason really picked up and made a nice pass in the semis to have that advantage going into the final round. But this is another round, different track condition. We'll see who's going to be able to nail it down the win.
And the advantage might go to Greg Anderson, who had run the last two rounds in the right lane. He's over there in the left because Jason Line, his teammate, had lane choice. And Greg tells me that the right lane, his car hates that lane. It's been spinning the tires right at the hit. So we'll see if it makes a difference with him in the left.
Jason Line, never won here. Pretty even off the line. Match car. Jason Line gets that win. 6:55, his first win at Phoenix at 211 miles an hour.
Pretty much identical reaction times, 1/1000 of a second quicker for Greg Anderson. They were locked together pretty much side by side. And on the other end, it was Jason Line just getting ahead. You go on board right here with Greg. You see right there, Jason kind of stuck that nose out there a little bit, even though they had identical reaction times, and then just pulled away a little bit on the other end and gets the win. His 28th of his career.
And that will tie him with Darrell Alderman, 7th all-time in Pro Stock history race win.
The tail of the tape tells it all. 3.5 feet, the margin of victory.
Jason Line, you finally break through at this racetrack, your first victory here. How uncomfortable were you coming into this weekend considering the lack of success?
I was not uncomfortable at all. We've been running really well. The guys have been doing a great job, and you know, thanks to the guys at the shop, I got lucky one more time, so it's for you guys. It's a big deal, really big deal. We didn't, I had a little tough day at the tree today, struggled a little bit. But I heard Jake say boo to me once, but we got the job done anyway, and it was a great day for the Summit folks, so thank you very much. This for Ken Black right here.
This team, of course, won half of the events last season, off to a great start this year, Dave.
Well, Rob Downing, from pre-race press releases to talking with this team back in the pits, this is a place that hasn't been kind to this team lately. So what have you guys figured out? What'd you do differently this weekend?
Honestly, it's just a lot of hard work this winter. I can't say enough about the guys back at the shop working on engines, getting us ready for this point. So we're couldn't be happier, you know, for all the people at Summit and all the guys back home.
You're not going to tell me what you figured out in the desert, are you?
Absolutely not. But again, just couldn't feel better about our race team right now.
Congratulations.
One down, and like KB Racing, John Forrest Racing won half of the races last year. They've already won 2. John Forrest a week ago, and one of their cars going to win now.
The sun's starting to set in the west. The track starts to get a little tighter, a little more grip here on the starting line. 91 degrees at the start. I talked with Mike Neff. I said, what do you need to do? He says, we need more horsepower now. We need more clutch. We can't take that team lightly, so we're going to get after it everywhere on this racetrack and try to steal this win.
And for Robert Hyde, they have been finding tire shake early in their runs for basically the last 5 or 6 months. So Jimmy Crock decided to try some new things this weekend. So far, it's worked pretty well. Robert says that they're getting through that tire shake zone okay. It's from then on that they've been working at fine-tuning it, and he thinks they've got it tuned for a win right here.
Well, there's the less preferred left-hand lane, but I think the only difference is what we heard from Mike Neff. There's a few little more bumps out there that you have to negotiate. The good news is as the track gets cooler and tighter, those bumps do not affect the fuel cars quite as much. Mike Neff says he's going to go out there and try to step it up. He's in the better lane. I mean, how much can he step it up? He went 409 in the so-called bad lane. But again, 407 is low easy to beat, so it'll be interesting to see what both these cars are going to be capable of doing right now.
Robert Hyde holds on to it. 4:13, 307 miles an hour, and Robert Hyde has the win for John Forrest Racing. John, you won. You couldn't lose. Courtney and Brittany walk away from the island, and John Ford just looking down track.
John's looking and trying to figure out how the heck did that backpedal that car do on a 416. What was he trying to do there?
So Jimmy Brock, since the debut of you and Robert together, nobody has won more races in funny car. How surprised are you at this outcome, being in the less preferred lane?
Well, I knew, Neff was going to be hard to beat over there. Luckily, Robert did his job. He's been really good on the lights this year, and, that's what you need to win. Sometimes you don't have the best car, but he made up for it. Good job, Robert.
There you go. So Robert Hyde out of the car at the top end. Here's Gary.
Robert Hyde being escorted over to this side of the car here and awaiting the Wally that will be placed in his hands momentarily. Robert, this is now 8 consecutive years as a pro driver that you've managed to walk off the grounds with at least one Wally. How significant is that to you as you look at your broad-term success?
Well, it really just shows, Gary, the team I've got around me, people always ask, are you nervous being on that team? Is there a lot of extra pressure? It's actually the opposite. It's easier when you have a team like this around you. And you've got guys like Mike Neff. I don't know what happened to him. We were dead. But, he did a great job. His car, he was outperforming us. But, you know what? We've got John Medlin back. We've got Ron Armstrong with us. In fact, Ron Armstrong getting this trophy this weekend. He's helped us out a ton. But the Auto Club, Ford, everybody, it's huge to get in this Traxxas showdown. You see the caliber cars out there, and you wonder if you're even going to make it. So we're in.
That Traxxas showdown later this season will provide the winner with a $100,000 payday.
It's the Top Fuel final. Antron Brown and Tony Schumacher. For Tony Schumacher, it's been the Las Vegas race in the fall of 2010. 477 days since he's won.
But who's counting?
Nobody. Now we're going to see him go up against Antron Brown, his own teammate. Think Ant will give him a little, help him out, make him feel good about himself? No, I don't think so.
And Antron Brown beat him 3 times in finals last year. And Tony had a great race car last year. He just always seemed to come up on the backside of another very good run, even when he would make a very good run. Right now, though, he has a very good car coming into the final round. The car's been consistent, been quick, been fast. That man right there, Antron Brown, it's kind of a cliche. You can never count him out, but he's very good on the lights. Made some good runs here. Brian Karate's confident that he will try to step it up. More often than not, it will fit you go and possibly get the win. Look at that.
Antron's got him. Tony Schumacher's going to have to wait. Antron Brown's done it again. 319 miles an hour. The Ant's got to win at Phoenix.
How about that? Tony Schumacher, he went out to his normal 50 reaction time. Of course, Antron Brown was also old 50, only a couple pounds better. And then Antron goes out and lays down a very nice run in that left-hand lane and gets the win.
Well, for Don Schumacher, it's a smile regardless, even though it's not his son that gave you your 150th win as a Top Fuel funny car owner. With all that stuff, what does that number mean to you? I had no idea the number, but that's awesome. It's been an incredible 12 years that I've been back. It's unbelievable. Antron Brown and the Matco Tools team, along with the Army team, and Tony and Mike Green and Brian Karate and Mark Oswald. What can I say? They're wonderful teams. They're doing a hell of a job out here. We look to raise it to another level.
Antron Brown accept a Wally. And this one may be a bit special because for Don Schumacher, it marks his 150th career win. Every win's special. How good's this one, Ant?
This one's awesome. That was a team that beat Tony and the US Army team. It was a close drag race, and you have to throw everything out there to have a good race with those guys. And but first and foremost, all the glory goes to God. But we just gotta. This goes out to the Zimmerman family from 2010. It still weighs heavy on all of our hearts on our Matco team. But my Matco boys. That Matco, Aaron's, U.S. Army, Valvoline, Toyota made this car go. Brian and Mark, they made this Matco car like what it do. So with that being said, it's been a great weekend, and being here at Firebird is definitely special to me. And I'm just beyond words. I can't thank Don Schumacher enough for what he does. We got some awesome teams, and the U.S. Army soldiers for what they do. So we'll keep marching forward. A lot of Macro distributors here this weekend, so we had a lot of fun. We're going to keep marching forward, and I guess when you got Aaron's on your car, it's hard to beat.
Indeed. Let's go to John Kernan.
And with Tony Schumacher, and Tony, the beat goes on trying to get that win, break that losing streak.
Yeah, very disappointed. Not in the team, in the situation. We got beat, man. Really long light. We both had good lights. It was an excellent drag race, 2 DSR teams. The Army car is way better than that was shown, but I think we're in second or third in the points. We got a long season, but this one here, I mean, we had this race all day. We've been running good, faster than everybody, and they went, once again, Amtron's team did what they had to do to beat us, man. It's unfortunate, but for those guys, great job, man. They're not the car is pretty sound right now.
Oh, Antron is fired up. He's got himself a win. Tony Schumacher's going to have to wait for the Gator Nationals at least to get that next win. So some like Antron Brown will leave this track happy, but others like Mike Neff angry with that final run. But for John Force Racing, it was a good day.
John Force, another John Force Racing car wins. You have to be pleased with that.
I had, I had 3 real good hot rods, actually 4 this weekend, but I'm excited, for Robert Height with Auto Club to step up and win that in the Ford. Mike Neff, I think he'll leave second in the points. I got bumped down by the baby girl Courtney, but a great weekend for Traxxas, and tomorrow's her day. I just had Brittany out on the start line watching this final. Watch these boys now. Stick them in there instead of shallow. Different ball game in the final, but great race, great crowd for NHRA and Charlie Allen here at Firebird. So drag racing right now, surviving this economy, and that's what I'm happiest most about.
John Force Racing had a good day, so did Don Schumacher Racing, with both cars in the top fuel final, won by Antron. Not so much for Morgan Lucas with the big fire, but it was a great day in the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. Next, we're off to the Tire Kingdom Gator Nationals in Florida. We'll see you there.
The 2012 Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series has started in dramatic fashion. That is Mike Austin, level 1, top alcohol dragster. A very scary moment, Bob Fry. What happened? The car came out, if you watch again on the first replay, really shakes the tires, gets him out of the groove, tries to correct. The body panel flies off. I'm not sure if that was a cause or effect for him getting airborne, but it did not help. These cars are tremendously well engineered and designed. Never expected to take an impact like that. But everything on the car did what it was supposed to do. The frame rails held, the cockpit completely intact. And when the safety safari folks got down there, that's Mike Austin getting out of the race car, talking to the safety folks, an amazing little piece of video right there. And with that, the Auto Parts NHRA Winter Nationals are underway. The birthplace of drag racing is Southern California. We are glad that you could join us here today from Auto Club Raceway in Pomona for the start of 2012 season, race 1 of 16. The Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series.